to the 20th episode of the Dealer Show, and today I'm with my homie NM Bearded Man.
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's up, big dog? My homie and cannabis enthusiast.
Cannabis is my life.
Cannabis connoisseur.
Life has been what I'm enthused by. Cannabis just happens to be me.
For sure. No, man. So, NM Bearded Man, is that what we're going by?
Yeah, I mean, that's what everyone pretty much knows. But
Okay.
it's funny when people use my real name. People are like, wait, who's that?
NM Bearded Man is heavily involved in the cannabis community. Lots of different events and shows and all over the country. Different trade shows, cannabis stuff. Basically just pushing the cannabis agenda in New Mexico.
Yeah, just, trying to bring... New Mexico is behind in everything, fashion, this, that. And
Always, everything.
Everything. I've been traveling doing the weed thing for a long time, back, I guess you could say, back when it was still a traditional market.
Yeah.
And it's cool, like the things you see in the different states that, that we're not doing here or haven't caught on yet here. It's kind of cool to just go check them out, bring back stuff, look at new products.
Yeah.
Just, it's the
I see
lifestyle.
you're always at the trade shows, like Champs.
Yeah.
You were just at Champs, right?
Yeah, I'll be going back again actually in
For
February.
those who don't know, Champs is like a big trade show in Las Vegas.
It's actually in like 6 or 7 states.
Okay, so it moves around.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
yeah.
in like 3 different countries. It's the world's largest cannabis trade show.
Oh, okay, dope.
Yeah, last year they had just under 20,000 vendors when I went. Couldn't even walk the whole thing.
Just about
It's
everybody
crazy.
in the cannabis industry is at Champs.
Yeah, definitely, and it's not just the sales reps. It's not your typical booth. Like you'll see Josh from Raw. Like all the owners are actually there.
The guys from
All
Raw, the guys from Cookies.
Yeah, the owner Mark from Blazer.
Right.
He's there chilling.
Shout out Cookies.
Yep, heck yeah. Burner Duty's always
Shout
there.
out Backwoods.
Stingy's always there. Like
I need a sponsorship.
Right. We'll be tagging you guys. Get them cookies out here. Actually, there's rumors on the street, man, that Cookies is making moves here in New Mexico with
That's
somebody.
what I heard. Somebody, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what's supposed to be being said, but I hear we may be getting a cookie soon.
All I know is the little road runner on our street says something about cookies.
Somebody said something about cookies maybe coming out here, and that'd be cool.
It would. It'd be nice to have like a brand name like
especially now that we're going full rec.
Yeah.
Finally. I mean, it's dope. I've been a weed smoker for a long time.
Right.
And so it's now just to be able to smoke in peace.
Did you ever think you'd see the day?
I didn't. I kind of, when I was younger, I thought like, man, maybe in the future we might have like marijuana cigarettes, like Marlboros.
Reefer.
You know what I mean? I thought maybe, but I guess we're here. I guess a little bit maybe, but
I never thought it'd be like this. Like,
I mean, my mom and dad would be like, check his fingernails. You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? Smell his fingers.
so your parents, you grew up anti-weed.
Oh yeah, it was
man.
oh yeah, for sure. My mom used to find like, I'd have quarters of bomb, and this is when like a quarter was like 120. You know what I mean? I have quarters of gas, and my mom would be like, get this skunk weed out of my house, and throw my shit in the trash.
That's funny.
So shout out to mom.
Right. My mom, man, I grew up different. Like, my mom always made it seem like it was bad. I always, you need to go somewhere else. But then I found out later in life, like, dude, she was smoking. And she kicked me out of the house to smoke so she could smoke. I'm like, what?
My mom didn't smoke or drink, but my dad did. And my dad was the one that was, like, hard about it. It was like, smell his fingers.
He knew all the tips and tricks.
Yeah, I'm like, you smell like weed. Why are your eyes red? I'm like, what? You're high.
Allergy season. Use that excuse a bunch.
So it's cool now to be able to...
Right, not carry around clear eyes.
Smoke in peace, and
Yeah.
it's so like widely accepted now.
It's crazy, honestly, how many people like truly do accept it. Like, I
Yeah.
was at the grocery store the other day. I won't mention no names, kind of trying to shout them out. But
Yeah.
I had one of my dealer's hats on, and actually the lady's like, "Oh, I like that hat. What is that?" She's like, "You work at a casino or something?" I was like, "No, it's about weed." And she's like, "Oh, I love it!" And she got super excited. Like,
It's just way more accepted these days.
someone I'd have never thought to. I was like, high five, yeah.
Yeah, so many people are smoking, man. It's just gotten so big in the culture that it's just at this point it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Weed is everywhere.
There's billboards now. I mean, ads for it. Doctors are starting to prescribe it more on a regular now.
Weed
and
shops
not
on
getting trouble
every
for it.
damn corner.
Yeah.
And I'm just waiting for them to. I don't know why we just haven't gone federal with it. Like,
Man,
that
God.
doesn't make any sense just across the board.
I don't think they've figured out the way to completely make the money that they want to make on it. Is what it really comes down to.
That's what it probably is, and what it sounds like.
I think New Mexico, the rec here is kind of funny. We're gonna be going rec sales April 1st.
I feel like with Colorado though, we watched Colorado right next door do so well with the cannabis for years and years, and just sat back.
Waited. Dude,
I was dumb.
We missed out on so many people would have moved here. Like they had that rush of people that were moving their businesses,
they had a green rush.
corporations. Yep.
It raised all the prices out there. Everybody's houses are worth more. That was before all this other shit, but
Right.
you know, it really did help the industry out there. So what you got going on for 2022, finishing out the year?
Yeah, just trying to finish strong and let things go right. We got the micro license thing going, so kind of cool. It's
Explain, if you can, how the micro works for anybody that may not know.
quality over quantity. Let me start there.
And you got gas. Listen, I'm a connoisseur, and these little samples that you brought through are some serious fuego.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it coming from someone like you, man. So,
man, I smoke a lot of trees.
and not a lot of people have got to try these. You know?
No, this is serious gas, for sure. I'm excited. But
So the micro license is kind of cool. It's a way in New Mexico, and I'm not sure if other states have really done it so much, but it's a way in New Mexico to kind of let the mom and pop and the small guy in.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have $1 million, typically when you look at the cannabis industry, if you don't have $1 million, what are you even trying to do, right?
Yeah.
But it's a good way to get in. Like if you just got a couple G's in the bank, that's all you really need, to get into it. And
to get a micro.
Yeah, they're offering 100 plant, 200 plant, and so on and so up. There's there's tiers to it, which allows somebody super small to try to get in to someone that's been growing for, like myself, with a hemp farm for 3 years. I'm not nowhere am I a big farm by no means, but a little bit more than like the person growing at their house still,
Absolutely.
And it allows those levels, which is pretty cool. I dig it. We're just waiting on New Mexico to allow sales and get all their crap together, man. Bernalillo County really slacked on zoning, which I feel hurts a lot of people. Bernalillo County is the most populated county in New Mexico, and they were the last county to get their zoning ordinance in place. So we were one of the last counties to start getting license accepted.
This is the land of mañana, brother.
But every other county in New Mexico, the slower counties nailed it down.
We're in the heart of the land of mañana.
Right? Later, it's not good. Ahorita.
I'm just glad it's getting done, man. Like I said, it's good to see. It's going to provide a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of job opportunities that open up, when we get a new industry. And cannabis is so huge. Now you're going to have more people farming. You can have more people growing. You're going to have more storefront workers out of and trimmers and delivery drivers.
The cool thing is, I tell people too, they're like, I don't really know how to grow, but I want to be in the industry. Like, I see the opportunity. It's something I smoke a lot. This is the Oroku.
Oh, this is the Oroku.
How can I get in, or what should I do? And like, there's so many auxiliary companies too that doesn't even have to do with sales, production, growth. Like, think about the cannabis Airbnbs, the cannabis tourism.
Right.
Just the lounges alone, just things like that. Like, you look at Denver, they have a tour bus called Looper. Man, that thing is so dope. You hop on it. Different nights a week, it takes you to either smoke shops or pizza shops, and you can blaze on there. There's rigs. It's super fancy. It just tours around the city, man.
And just
They're booked out.
A bunch of new avenues, bunch of new job opportunities. And hopefully it'll bring some tourism. Hopefully more people will be, smoker friendly people will say, hey, it's a smoker friendly city. Let's go out there.
One cool thing, I don't know, I haven't checked on it, but I know they were talking about it and working on it, and I hope maybe you'll know, but they were talking about actually allowing sections at concert venues to be cannabis friendly here in New Mexico.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that I think would help out hugely, because even the artists are going to promote that. They're going to be like,
a lot of people out here smoke. You know what I mean? Cannabis is like everywhere I go, people are smoking.
Everywhere.
For sure.
You be driving around, you can smell it all the time.
Straight up, man.
I like when I smell it when I'm driving, though, because then I'm like, all right, cool, the cops aren't able to just pinpoint me. It's all of us at the light.
Let me see this here. Yeah, no, it's dope. I think it's dope what you're doing for the cannabis community, and definitely like this, raising awareness, letting people know the opportunities, letting people know how to get into micro licensing and different shit.
And it's super easy too, man. If people don't know, or people that are gonna watch the show, just if you Google CCD New Mexico.
CCD.
Yeah, it'll take you into the direct website. It has like literally all the rules, regulations, step for step, how to file for your license, whether you want to be a courier, a grower, whatever it may be.
All the information
lounges, everything's there, and it's really easily put
Say that
out.
one more time. CCD New Mexico.
Yeah, just Google CCD NM.
Yeah.
And it pops it up right away.
And the CCD is what?
The Cannabis Control Division.
Okay.
So it's
that's who regulates all the growers.
Yeah, so we have for casinos and all that and alcohol, we have the Regulation Licensing Department, RLD.
Gaming and
So they're all under the RLD.
Okay.
The CCD, all the ABCs.
Yeah, for sure.
Is under them, so it's a division of the state.
Okay.
That's overseeing it.
That's who's overseeing everything. there you go. All the information that you
Everything you need.
you can find on there.
And they just finalized yesterday majority of all the rules. So like for the last year, I've been printing out 60 pages a week. Oh, they changed it. Oh, they changed it. Try to keep up with them.
Yeah.
They just announced that they finalized the rules yesterday.
Yeah.
So for people that jump on, they can print out the rules. Those are the rules that are standing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just what they put up yesterday.
Yep. What they
Okay.
finalized yesterday. So I gotta go home and print 60 more pages.
I honestly need to go check some of that out because I'm interested. I'm trying
Right.
to get into the grow stuff. You know, I'm trying to do it legitimately and make sure everything's in play. You know, and hopefully I can.
You've been in and around the cannabis industry for such a long time,
sure,
too, man.
man.
It only makes sense for dealers to
Dealers cannabis. I hope is something.
a storefront dealers.
Yeah.
Like,
Sure,
I mean,
we'll
like,
do clothes and cannabis.
is no more obvious than that dealers.
Okay.
What are you doing? Dealing some weed?
Yeah, and I'd like to get some strains going and just different things. You know, I am an enthusiast, so I like weed.
Right.
I like smoking weed. I like the different strains. I like that you can breed them differently to get different things.
I mean, so
and
many
different effects, and you know what I mean. I just feel like it's
both these have Mac.
it's really an art form because, like I've said this before, I've tried to grow before, and everything I've ever grown has turned to shit. So it's really I've come to understand that this isn't for the weak or the weary. This is something that you have to like actually have some specialized knowledge in doing in order to be successful
and just be super passionate. Like,
Yeah.
you know, I really care about how it comes out. Like, I grow it how I want it. Like, this is the shit I want to smoke. So I don't want bad stuff. I don't want things with chemicals in it. I don't want, you know.
Do you remember the first time you smoked weed?
First time I smoked weed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
I was with my cousin in a park and a couple of my friends, and I did this one. I was like, they were like, yo, no. I was like 14. They were like, no, you gotta inhale. Fuck that. Rip that shit. And I was high as a kite. The colors got blurry. Everything was loud as fuck. I remember that shit like it was yesterday. I swear to God, it was crazy.
I don't think you could ever forget your first time. Like,
You know, I'm definitely mine's with me. I remember exactly Valley Pool Park.
I was 10. My mom got mad at me for something dumb. I don't even remember what I got in trouble for, but I got grounded. I was like, she wants to see bad, I'll be bad. I snuck out at night when I was supposed to be in bed. I'm 10 years old. I get out front by the mailbox, and I don't know what to do now. I'm like, oh man, what now?
Where do I go?
I'm not going in. I want to be bad. The neighbor a couple houses up, he was a high schooler, Chris. He comes out. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, nothing. Not going inside though, you know. He had a joint. He snuck out to smoke. I was like, I'm down. Let's do this. And I smoked. Dude, I wanted to sneak back in so bad. I wanted to go to my bed.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Done.
I felt accomplished. I was like, I'm bad. I'm high. I'm going home.
Oh man. And you'll never forget that. That's gonna stick with you. That's
Forever.
Funny. I think everybody remembers their first time getting high. For sure. That's a good one.
My wife has a scar from her first time. She was at her friend's cabin.
Yeah.
Missed the corner and caught a nail. She has a scar right
shit.
here.
First time she got high?
Yeah.
She's still smoking though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Big time. That's what's up.
I just got up to get a drink.
Some of the sponsors you're working with, man, because I know you do. You got a bunch of different sponsors and shit you're working with. The Fly Soul shoes, let's start there.
Fly Soul shoes, man. Huge shout out to them. They're super dope. They're
Shout out to Fly Soul shoes.
yeah, man. They're I'm wearing their Mary Janes right now.
Those are hard.
They're all plant based.
Those are hemp?
Yeah, so they're
those are-
95% plant based. Obviously, I had to use a little bit of material that's not.
Damn.
They're all sustainable. It's cool. They're all handmade too. Handmade, hand
fuck.
stitched by a 4th generation cobbler family down
shit.
in Tepozan, Mexico.
Damn.
Yeah, super cool. 40% of all the proceeds to them too go back to building schools or putting educational pieces into the schools down in the area.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So it's good cause, good shoe.
Yeah, the owner started it actually for a project that kind of for his mom because he's ready to do his own thing. He's got his business going, but it was more so, when people get older, keep their mind active. They stay active. They stay going.
Yeah.
So it was a project he created for his mom, and it took off.
Oh shit. No, that's dope. What other sponsors you working with?
My favorite brand of clothing that I rock all the time, you already know. I mean, dealers out there.
I have to sponsor you because you're all over the place, and I'm like, you know what? I appreciate what you're doing for the cannabis community. I know you're out there. You're fucking seeing. You rock the shit. I love it. So I'm all for it, man.
I appreciate it. I've been rocking for a long time now.
Man, yeah,
I love dealers.
it's been some years for
I love
sure.
it.
I appreciate it.
No problem. Yeah, man. Like Skunk Bags is one of my sponsors.
Oh, dope.
I work a lot with a couple different rolling companies like Smoking Loud.
Paper companies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I always see you with all the different gadgets and new weed smoking toys and grinders and lighters and all kinds of shit. So
it's crazy, man. I actually got to get you a whack it. Remind me, I got an extra one for you. Those are cool.
Is that the grinder thing?
Yeah, I mean, and who doesn't like whacking it in the morning and at night? It's good. It makes for a good day and a good night.
I saw that as the little electronic grinder.
Yeah, you just throw it over your nug, dude. And what's cool, it doesn't even break up the skin.
Oh, you just put it over your nug.
Dude, you don't even gotta break down. You throw a nug and then go like 2 seconds, and it separates the stem. Won't even break down the stem. Just chucks it to the side, kind of, and grinds your weed up cherry.
That's dope.
Yeah,
that's dope.
I love those things.
Yeah.
But yeah, I get all kinds of products sent to me just randomly too. Companies will hit me up like, yo, let me get your address. I want to send you something. I'm not gonna say no. I'm gonna check them out. But I think in the long run, everyone just likes, because I write for a magazine, you know, for Cannabis Cactus, and I've been doing interviews and articles for 3 years now.
Yeah.
And I just started this past year writing in their review section too, so I do reviews as well.
Dope.
So I've been putting in a bunch of
this is on like different cannabis brands or dispensaries or grows or what?
Anything cannabis related.
Okay.
You know, auxiliary like clothing, like these shoes, you know.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
For sure. Okay. Dope.
Yeah, Cannabis Cactus is dope too. You can check it out. It's a free app on Apple or Android.
Cannabis Cactus.
Yeah. The cool thing, my buddy started the magazine a few years ago. He's a world champion poker player.
Oh shit.
He was like, when I do with my money on board, like I like weed. I don't know how to grow. So he started a magazine out in Arizona originally and started printing it. His brother lives in Spain. So they started distributing it in Arizona and Spain in English and Spanish.
Oh, dope.
So it really took off because it was in Spanish as well.
What is Arizona? Are they legal?
They're rec. Yeah, they went rec before us, man.
Damn, that's crazy.
I know.
I remember.
I was mad when they went rec.
Arizona was like, if you get caught with a seed, you're going to jail.
You're gonna go wear a pink suit in the
yeah,
tent, bro.
Exactly. We didn't want no problems with Arizona for sure.
Dude, you'll take an extra day just to go.
No, I'll go around. I fly over Arizona. I still don't go there.
I hate Arizona.
It
still gives me the bad vibes.
I don't do it, man. I had too many close calls in AZ. And I'm like, no, heck no, I don't even want to go there for fun.
I was driving through for the summer and I got pulled over for my tent. He was like, you need to take this off. I was like, no. I live in New Mexico.
Yeah.
Our laws are different. Well, what's your percentage law? I was like, I'm not sure. Are you? He's like, no. I'm not taking my tent off, dude.
I mean, out in Arizona, they'll pull you over if you have something hanging in your window, like a cross
I've heard
on
that.
your beer or whatever. It's
Should
like,
do people hang on this shit?
Yeah, it's like, man, you just anything, so.
That's crazy.
Yeah. No, I'm good. But yeah, man, I appreciate you coming through.
Most definitely.
Dipping through, dropping some info. If people want to find you, how can they find you, man?
I got a couple fake pages out there, man, so it's gotta love that. It's just NM Bearded Man with one N.
NM Bearded Man,
Yeah.
one N.
Yeah, and you'll see it out there.
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Instagram, that's it.
YouTube.
Soon on a dealer's episode.
There you go.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I'd stick to Instagram. It's I'm so busy with the farm and being I'm a father too, so
For sure.
it's hard, man. I stay busy and yeah, I mean, if you're ever out at an event too, let me know. I'm always down to come out to events. Or I'm always at the big events, out in Vegas and LA.
Any shout outs you want to give?
Just shout out to everybody out there. Just obviously keeping it real. Like, it's a crazy industry, and it's not just a New Mexico thing. There's a lot of hate and a lot of backstabbing within this community and within all communities. Just shout out to the people that have kept it real, that are still doing it real, that are in it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of those people, so shout out to them.
Word up, man. I appreciate you coming through.
Much love. Thank you very much.
Bearded Man, Dealer's Clothing. I'll catch you guys on the next one.